knowing that I was losing out to certain jobs because of my complexion.
I got my girl by my side with our favorite 90s joint. Blow tea.
So, you all know Tichina Arnold, right? I mean, who could forget her hilarious performances in Martin and Everybody Hates Chris? She's been our go-to for laughs for as long as we can remember. But here's the thing, apparently her life behind the scenes isn't all rainbows and sunshine, at least according to the rumors floating around. Apparently, while Tichina's been busy cracking us up on screen, it seems like things haven't been going too smoothly for her off-screen. You know, the whole what you see isn't always what you get kind of vibe. It's like there's a whole different story brewing behind closed doors. Enter Tisha Campbell, Tichina's partner in crime since their Martin days. These two have been inseparable since way back. So if there's anyone who's got the inside scoop on Tichina's struggles, it's gotta be Tisha, right? Word on the street is that Tisha's gearing up to drop some serious bombshells about Tichina's life, and it's not looking pretty. Apparently there's a whole lot more going on with Tichina than meets the eye. Looks like her issues might run deeper than we initially thought. So let's dive in. Now let's talk about the dynamic duo that is Tisha Campbell and Tichina Arnold. These two have been like peas in a pod since way back in the day. I mean, most of us remember them from the good old Martin days, where they played the ultimate BFFs. Their friendship actually started way before that, back when they were just kids gunning for the same roles in auditions. Can you imagine? They've been tight since they were practically tots, even landing gigs together in Little Shop of Horrors as singing sensations when they were still in their teens. Fast forward to the 90s, and these two were still going strong, lighting up the screen on Martin until it wrapped in 97. Tichina and I were roommates at the time, and she had just auditioned for the Pam role. A couple of weeks later, we found out that she got the role and we were jumping up and down. It was amazing to be able to work with somebody who's my friend, and we were doing all of that together, Campbell shared with Netflix. But life happened as it does, and they kind of drifted apart for a bit. But then, cue the heartbreak for Tisha Campbell, and suddenly, it's like they were never apart. We reconnected, Tichina and I, and have not been separated since my divorce. We actually had a little bit of a split. She went and was living her life, and I was living mine, and for about 8 years we kind of just did that. And then all of a sudden we just came back together and there was this whole new relationship. It's bigger, better, more beautiful, more sisterly, Campbell told People. While going through her divorce, Arnold gave Campbell some hard truths that she needed to hear. She said, "You really need to think about getting married before you say yes," but she said it very colorfully. "It comes with truth and honesty," the Boomerang actor revealed on the Tamron Hall show. Since then, these two have been inseparable once again, teaming up on different projects and basically taking over Hollywood together. They aren't just talented on screen, they've also got some serious hosting chops. They rocked the stage as hosts of the Soul Train Music Awards not once, not twice, but 4 times in a row. These two are also cooking up something big behind the scenes too. According to Entertainment Tonight, they've got this project in the works called Tisha and Tichina Have Issues, and people are hyped for it. Who wouldn't be excited to see these besties back on screen together, dishing out the laughs and real talk? Now here's where it gets interesting. With all these projects and their tight bond, it's no wonder Tisha might have the inside scoop on what's really going on with Tichina. Like, take Tichina's love life, for example. Growing up surrounded by strong women, she once told Essence magazine that she didn't really get to see much of how men interacted in her household. So, she kind of had to learn to be tough and independent from an early age. Looking back, she thinks maybe she got a little too independent for her own good, and that's caused some bumps in the road when it comes to relationships. So, back in '92, right around the time she scored that sweet gig on Martin, she crossed paths with this up-and-coming boxer named Layman Brewster. Sparks flew, and before you knew it, they were tying the knot after just a month of dating. Now, Tichina spilled the tea to Essence magazine about why she jumped into marriage so quickly. Apparently, she was all about that security vibe, thinking she found herself a guy who was all about loving God and came from a solid family background. Sounds like a recipe for happiness, right? Well, not quite. See, the first few months were all sunshine and rainbows, but then things took a turn. Tichina opened up about some not-so-pleasant stuff, saying things got physical and it just wasn't a good scene. Plus, being married was a whole new ballgame for her. She was used to doing her own thing, calling the shots. Like, she once booked a surprise trip to Mexico without consulting Lamont, and let's just say he wasn't exactly thrilled when she dropped the bomb on him. It was a wake-up call for her, realizing that maybe she couldn't just be the boss lady all the time time in a relationship, but she was determined to make it work. She tried to stick it out, but sometimes love just ain't enough. Things eventually hit rock bottom, and they called it quits in '95. So after the show, Martin's wrapped in '97, Tichina was all about getting her career back on track. But it wasn't easy. Acting gigs were few and far between, and she found herself settling for guest spots on shows like The Vicki Lawrence Show and Pacific Blue. But while her career was struggling, her love life decided to take a wild turn. Around 2001, she started dating this music producer dude named Carvin Haggins, and the attraction was off the charts. But here's the thing, their romance turned out to be a total dumpster fire. Like, Tichina was already dealing with a bunch of personal stuff. Her finances were a mess. She didn't even have her living situation sorted out. And then Carvin drops the bomb that he's out. But wait, it gets juicier. Even after they split, they were still in touch, and then bam, Tichina finds out she's pregnant. She even kept it on the DL from her colleagues, working like crazy while low-key denying the whole pregnancy thing. Tichina was convinced she was gonna have a boy, so she had the name Elijah all picked out. But when the big day rolled around on March 16th, 2004, surprise, surprise, it's a girl. But she stuck with the name Elijah, just changed up the spelling to Elijah, and just like that, Tichina became a mom to her baby girl. Tichina took on all of the parental duties, and it was tough in more ways than one. In an interview, Tichina admitted that being a single mom in show business was scary. She was worried she'd miss out on gigs and not reach the level of success she was aiming for. But she wasn't alone in it. Her mom and friends had her back, stepping in to lend a hand whenever she needed it. Still, it wasn't easy. Hearing her daughter cry out for her daddy, heart-wrenching stuff. She wrote about it, saying those were the nights she wished never happened. And then there's the whole dealing with a broken heart thing. After her breakup, Tichina found herself in a dark place, battling through depression for 2 whole years. But she's a fighter, and she eventually worked through it. Fast forward to March 2012, and she's ready to give love another shot. Enter Rico Hines, the assistant basketball coach at St. John's University. They hit it off, and Tichina laid it all out on the table. What she wanted from a relationship, no holding back. And guess what? Rico was all in, promising to be everything she needed. So they dive into marriage after just 5 months of dating, tying the knot on August 18th, 2012. Tichina was not about that traditional wedding dress life. She rocked a stunning champagne-colored gown instead. And the best part? Rico pledged his commitment not just to Tichina, but to her daughter Elijah too, promising to be there through thick and thin. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because here comes the plot twist. Fast forward almost 4 years, and boom, Tichina and Rico are calling it quits. According to reports, it's a messy situation, with Tichina alleging that Rico had been getting cozy with multiple other women throughout their marriage. She even dropped a bombshell in a group text to her fam and friends, attaching a video as proof. To make matters worse, she spilled the tea about him not using protection with the woman in the video. And get this, she even dropped a list of 20 other women he'd allegedly been fooling around with. And she had some choice words for them, calling them out as wannabe Kim Kardashian. But Rico wasn't about to take it lying down. Through his rep, he played the whole thing off as a private and deeply personal matter between him and Tichina. And as for Tichina, well, she didn't hold back either. In a chat with People in July 2016, she spilled more details, admitting she never expected the whole mess to blow up like it did. But she owned up to sending that incriminating text and video to her inner circle, making it clear nobody from her side leaked the juicy gossip. She felt betrayed, sure, but she's not one to hold on to grudges. She knows we all mess up sometimes, but she's not about to let anyone mess with her life like that again. Fast forward to the next year, and Tichina's bouncing back like a champ. She's scoring new gigs, like her role in Daytime Divas. And by the end of 2017, she's even stepping out with a new man, heavyweight boxer Cedric Boswell. But after 2017, it's like they vanished into thin air. No more mentions, no more pics together. But you know what? Tichina's still out there living her best life, with her daughter by her side and a thriving career to boot. Speaking of career, let's switch gears and dive deep into the incredible journey of this powerhouse woman. Tichina Arnold, hailing from the streets of Queens, New York, was born into a hardworking family. Her mom held it down as a sanitation worker, while her dad served the community as a police officer. But despite their blue-collar roots, Tichina's star quality couldn't be contained. Growing up in the Church of God in Christ, she found her groove at the Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts. Now, let's talk talent. At just 16 years old, Tichina burst onto the scene in Frank Oz's iconic musical Little Shop of Horrors, In 1986, she rocked the role of Crystal, belting out those R&B tunes alongside her future Martin co-star Tisha Campbell, and thus her journey in the limelight began. From there, Tichina's career took off like a rocket. She landed roles in flicks like How I Got Into College and Scenes from a Mall, showcasing her versatility as an actress. And TV? Oh, she conquered that too. In February 1987, she snagged her breakthrough role in Ryan's Hope, playing the memorable character Zena Brown, a role that even earned her a Daytime Emmy Award nomination in '88. But she didn't stop there. Later that same year, Tichina joined the cast of the ABC TV series All My Children, bringing life to the character of Charla Valentine, a high school buddy of Emily Ann Sago. And she rocked that role until '91, leaving her mark on the small screen in more ways than one. Tichina Arnold's career soared to new heights when she landed the role of Pamela James on the beloved sitcom Martin from 1992 to 1997. Following that success, she continued to shine on the small screen with a recurring role as Nicole Barnes on One-on-One. In 2000, Arnold reunited with Martin Lawrence in the hit comedy film Big Mama's House, marking another milestone in her career. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, leading to another collaboration in 2007's Wild Hogs, where she played Lawrence's wife in the hilarious comedy. But Tichina wasn't limited to just comedy. In 2003, she showcased her dramatic chops with an appearance in Civil Brand. Then, from 2005 to 2009, she stole the show as Rochelle, the no-nonsense family matriarch, in the acclaimed series Everybody Hates Chris. Proving her versatility, Arnold took a departure from comedic roles to tackle a serious subject in 2008's The Lena Baker Story, where she portrayed the titular character in a powerful drama about injustice and courage. And let's not forget her talent as a voice actor. In 2007, she lent her voice to a character in an episode of The Boondocks. Plus, she wowed audiences on stage in 2009's revival of The Wiz at the NYC Center, embodying the role of Eveline, the Wicked Witch of the West. Arnold's television credits continued to grow with a guest appearance in the premiere episode of Disney XD's Pair of Kings in 2010, where she played the role of Aunt Nancy. She later reprised the role in another episode. In yet another impressive role, Arnold portrayed the best friend of Fran Drescher in the TV show Happily Divorced. The series, based on Drescher's real-life marriage and divorce to co-creator Peter Mark Jacobson, showcased Arnold's comedic prowess and knack for heartfelt storytelling. In 1998, Tichina Arnold ventured into new territory beyond her acting career by launching her own line of designer headgear called China Moon Rags. These weren't your average bandanas. They were exquisite pieces adorned with Swarovski crystals, adding a touch of glamour to any ensemble. Arnold's designs caught the attention of the rich and famous, with celebrities like Janet Jackson, Michelle, and Vivica A. Fox among those who modeled and wore her creations. However, Arnold's foray into the world of fashion had to be put on hold following the birth of her first daughter. But her entrepreneurial spirit didn't stop there. In addition to her acting and fashion endeavors, Arnold is also known for her philanthropic work. In 2013, she teamed up with her sister Zanai to co-found the We Win Foundation, dedicated to supporting individuals battling lupus, a cause close to their hearts as Zine herself was affected by the condition. Now, let's talk money. Arnold's net worth has been a topic of interest among fans and industry insiders alike, with estimates ranging from $2 million to $12 million. This substantial wealth is largely attributed to her successful career in acting and singing, as well as her entrepreneurial ventures. However, when it comes to Tichina Arnold's net worth, there seems to be quite a bit of variation in the estimates provided by different sources. While one report suggests her wealth is around $3 million, slightly higher than previously mentioned figures, another source proposes a significantly higher net worth of approximately $7 million. Additionally, yet another report states her net worth as $4 million, offering another perspective on her financial standing. These discrepancies in estimated net worth could be attributed to various factors, including undisclosed investments or income streams beyond her acting or singing careers. It's also worth considering that different methodologies may be employed by different sources when assessing an individual's assets and income. When determining net worth, factors such as properties, vehicles, investments, and endorsement deals are taken into account alongside income generated from professional engagements. Given Tichina Arnold's multifaceted involvement in the entertainment industry, these factors likely contribute to her overall financial situation. Fluctuations in net worth can also be influenced by external factors such as market conditions, economic trends, or personal decisions regarding investment diversification. In summary, Tichina Arnold's estimated net worth has experienced fluctuations over recent years, with some sources estimating her wealth within a range of $2 million to $3 million, while others propose significantly higher figures such as $7 million or lower like $4 million. These variations can be attributed to a multitude of income sources and potential undisclosed investments. While it's widely known that Tichina Arnold enjoys a life of luxury and financial success thanks to her remarkable accomplishments in the entertainment industry, it's worth highlighting that a significant portion of her income stems from her roles in television shows. She commands an impressive salary per episode, ranging anywhere from a hefty $85,000 to an astonishing $150,000. This means she's banking in around $50,000 per episode for her stellar performances. But Tichina's indulgences aren't limited to her professional pursuits. Like any aficionado of the finer things in life, she takes pleasure in splurging on designer handbags, renting top-of-the-line luxury cars, enjoying stays at exquisite hotels, and gracing the most lavish parties with her presence. With an estimated annual expenditure of around $500K on these luxurious pleasures, Tichina Arnold epitomizes the essence of an A-list star. So, Tichina Arnold's exceptional talent has propelled her to remarkable heights in the entertainment world. Her impressive net worth serves as a testament to her outstanding abilities as an actress, singer, and comedian. With a track record of successful ventures and a portfolio of high-profile real estate investments, Arnold has not only established herself as a versatile star, but also as a savvy entrepreneur. As she continues to captivate audiences with her unparalleled skills both on screen and on stage, there's no doubt that her net worth will continue to ascend to even greater heights in the years ahead. So after all's said and done, Tichina's still out there thriving. Drop your thoughts on all of this down below in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next video.